Hey guys, it's your lady Chic, aka geekxxchic, and we are back with another episode of Runaways. So, we are now on to episode 10, and episode 10 is called, wait for it, I have it, Hostile Takeover. Woo! That is a scary title, guys. That's scary. So, a lot went down in the last episode. As I mentioned in the review, there was a lot of exposition into Alex, which I really enjoyed. We saw a change in who's in charge of the police that are under Pride, that being AWOL, and that AWOL basically broke or renegotiated his contract with Alex. He seems like he's fully working for Pride right now, but of course I feel like he's a wild card, so that may not be for real. We also saw that something is going on with Old Lace and with Gert, as well as a couple of the parents. They're all acting strangely, and we're not sure why yet, but obviously I feel like they're connected, and I do think it has to do with the spirit or the zhuzh of Jonah that's floating in the ether right now. So anyways, without further ado, let's jump into this episode, and then we will chat like we do after. Okay? Boom.
I don't get it. She says she's freezing, but she doesn't have a temperature.
Psychological.
Chase, it's gonna be okay. Is it? Because the most important person in the world to me is in pain, and... Look, I wouldn't be saying this unless I was desperate, but you're the smartest one here. I need your help.
It's so true.
Okay. I'll keep searching.
That was hard for him.
Thanks. What tripped it? Well, maybe Molly went outside to find Old Lace and Lee's?
Molly's right here.
Yeah, don't talk about me in the third person.
I mean, we're on our own here. How do we save Livy if we can't even save ourselves?
Damn, sometimes Chase is really smart. I think you need a new spell, sweetie. Like, mass kill. Although I'd probably accidentally kill Livy, so...
I am but an empty vessel for the light.
You're just an empty vessel, sir. No brains, no thoughts, no morals.
Chance using a brain scrambler on one of our kids?
It's not a brain scrambler, Janet.
It is.
It simply emits a high-power sound wave that disorients and incapacitates its target.
That's a brain scrambler.
But if we want to bring the kids home, we have to get these done. All right?
Well, you have to admit, he's growing it.
I'm so sorry.
We'll see if he's changed.
Look.
Maybe he is growing. Who is this man?
So relax.
Okay. You're making weapons for our children. How is that relaxing?
I don't need to do it quickly and relax. I prefer to do it slowly. For my part,
You're not scary.
All right, we'll give you the footage. Just give us time to get the computer.
Is a hostage. What we need is a hostage of our own.
Who does AWOL care about?
As pain heals, but glory lasts
Are
forever.
you talking
So
to
come on.
Old Lace?
Come on, it's game time, baby. Let's go. Please.
Wow, what y'all doing there?
Janet? What happened in here?
What do you mean?
What do I mean? Look at this place.
Oh my God! It was.
You're like I'm crazy.
It was.
Do you not remember?
Oh my God! That is awkward. Who did you just have sex with, girl?
Aura and Francis for you, Mrs. Dean.
Is that just pregnant in real life? She's not showing her stomach a lot lately, I've noticed.
Sorry, Tanner.
well, I hate to disappoint you, but I decide that.
God, you talk too much. That's why I know your ass gonna die.
Fortress!
I hope that hurts your back so much. Jerk. Oh. I think you need to go to your parent or her parents, unfortunately.
It's so...
Oh God, she's gone again.
It's so cold.
She's gone
I
again.
don't give a shit about anybody.
Why is it only affecting some
Yeah,
of
it's
them?
Great.
Working non-stop, huh? No wonder he's exhausted.
Okay, you know what? It's not funny.
It is a little
I'm
funny.
very worried about him.
I mean, wouldn't you be a little more careful where you're sitting after that, though? I mean,
Of course I
Lena?
now she's back. Oh, no, she's not.
Victor.
No.
Who is it?
I'm having fun.
No, let him feel something. He talks too damn much.
What the hell was that back
Oh,
there?
calm down.
You're actually going to
kill him? I don't know what came over me.
Just hurt him.
Focus on it, Nico. You've got this.
Why? No one just knock this fool out. This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Come on, little witch. You was on me.
Thank you. Why the f didn't you do that before? So over you.
We are so happy.
I mean, they had no choice.
How you feeling?
And after all, you should know what it feels like to be taken to your parents against your will.
I just need you to make her better.
We will.
I don't trust whatever she's put in that syringe.
Go ahead and roll up her.
I'm telling you, if we want to save Gert, then we need to give Old Lace the antidote.
Damn.
I trust him. He
Thank
cares
you.
about
Someone's talking
a hell
sense.
of a lot more than you do, it turns out.
Ooh, gosh, could you at least have given it a little bit of finesse?
Nico, you okay?
No, clearly not.
The staff, get their guns!
Nico.
I was about to say, you really had...
We gotta run.
Really? The glass doors are gonna keep you safe? I can't believe you hinged anything on Nico after she's been holding the spell for what, 6, 7 years now? I'm so frustrated.
Hey.
Yeah, I wouldn't screw with her. Uh-oh! Oh! You done screwed up now, son? Woo!
Yes.
Yeah, she's had enough of you. Yeah. See? Woo! Did she just vaporize those mofos? Yes! Oh, she's like, I'm gonna take my nap now.
Alex.
I'm sorry, but homie asked for it over and over. And he did it by ticking her off. Oh, that was satisfying.
Maybe after seeing you this hurt, maybe they'll finally change their ways.
Your dad, maybe. Your mama ain't your mama, though.
What was that? What happened to them?
I don't know.
We'll never know. Let's not ask questions.
Flowers, why are we...
Oh, God, what are they gonna do to her? Go ahead, Vaughn. You are such a useless, useless child. Oh my God, how many of them are on there?
For those of you who survived the destruction of our ship, we eagerly await our reunion.
Oh my God, how many were in that ship? How many bodies are they taking over? Oh, you guys made things so much worse. Oh, you guys. Well, that was a lot messier than I thought it would be. Y'all, I did anticipate that Jonah's nest went into the ether. I did not anticipate that by the ship exploded. I mean, you heard me say in the last one that I thought maybe Zavin's essence got out too, but maybe Zavin was the name of a collective. Maybe Zavin was just the ship and not all the people. My Lord, how many of them are there? If they are actually putting up flyers, y'all, oh my Lord. Now, it looks like they may not have the same powers as Jonah, maybe? And I don't know if it's Jonah that's in Victor. That sounds so gross. But I also don't know that maybe Victor didn't put all kinds of like little plants. Like, I mean, we all think it was just a healing chamber, but this was Jonah. He could have put all kinds of backup plans just in case something like this happened in Victor's mind. Wow. I like it. This is getting messy. All right, guys. Well, that was episode 10, and it was called, oh Lord, what was it called? Never remember now. Hostile Takeover, and that's exactly what we got. I was thinking it had more to do with AWOL, but it was actually, I guess you could say in one sense it was Nico, and in the other sense it is the bodies of some of the parents. Oh my Lord, this is why they gotta go down. In case anyone thought these parents were gonna be able to make it through this. So there's one in Gert's mom, one in Nico's mom, one in Victor. Those are the only parents we saw acting strange, right? Yeah, I think so. Interesting. I wonder why only them. Like Victor, like I said, I can see because he was in Victor's chamber, so Lord knows Victor could have put, like I said, all kinds of backup plans in Victor's mind. Tina, how? Maybe because of the staff, her connection to the staff in the past? Because I think it was some of the technology that Jonah gave her that allowed her to create the staff. And then of course, oh my gosh, both of Gert's parents had exposure to Victor's DNA, so maybe that's why. I don't know, I'm just theorizing here, but wow. Wow, guys, the things just got real interesting. Things got messy, and I'm here for it. I like the mess. Yeah, what to go through in this episode. I don't think there's actually a whole lot storyline wise to go through. A lot of the stuff that went down with AWOL at the sanctuary, or whatever you want to call it, that the kids were at. I mean, I knew he wasn't gonna make it out of that episode because he was too cocky. Like, homie was way too cocky. He's the kind of guy that even though he thinks he can run things, he really was built to be a lackey. And so, yeah, I knew that just he was talking too big of a game. He was way too arrogant. He was way too sure of himself. And the fact that he completely underestimated the kids is why I knew there was no way he was walking away. I did not expect him to go out the way that he did, though. Nico! Girl, that staff is changing her. It is changing her in a way that I don't think Mama Manuro ever had with the staff. I think they are becoming one in some way. Again, staff of one. And I do wonder how much that has to do with the fact that she killed Jonah with the staff. But she said that the staff told her to kill Jonah. And it's true. Remember I said she Luke Skywalkered the staff, and I was like, I didn't know she had that ability because she didn't ask for it. It just came into her hands. So it seems like the staff maybe has its own agenda of some kind, and maybe Mama Manuro knew about this, but it never was something that worked with her because she never mentioned the staff speaking to her in that way. But I do remember Robert saying in that episode where she gave Nico the staff back that she said that, or remember Robert said the staff isn't yours anymore, it's hers completely. So I guess the staff chooses its sentient in that way, I guess, and that it chooses its owner, and now it seems to be affecting Nico kind of the way that Old Lace and Gert have this relationship. There seems to be some kind of deeper relationship between Nico and the staff now, and wow, clearly way more powerful than it was when she was just holding this spell. So I'm very curious to see how far this goes and what else Nico's going to be able to do going forward, and what exactly the pros and cons of this relationship are going to be. As far as some cute moments, seeing the whole thing with Gert and Chase, with Chase, of course, feeling like he had to get help for Gert and Old Lace, namely Old Lace. I kind of figured that whatever was going on was definitely the psychic connection between the two of them, because Gert was fine until Old Lace wasn't. I think it was really sweet that I knew they'd have to bring her to her parents because nobody else knows about a dinosaur in this day and age to help them. And obviously if anyone outside of her parents found Old Lace, the first thing they would do is lock them up. But it was really sweet, I think. Once again, I'm glad that Chase and Gert are at least trying to get back on some kind of a page. Their relationship has been so wonky. Definitely started backwards from them, hooking up first to try to figuring out a relationship later. But I'm glad at least Gert seems to be getting better with acknowledging when she's overstepped or when she's made a mistake. But more importantly, I think it's also important for her to recognize that Chase has been trying so hard. Like, this kid. Oh, Chase, he really, really has been trying to get to understand Gert and know her and know which way to step with absolutely no guidance. Let's be real. And Gert was kind of coming from pretty hard in the beginning of all this. But again, I give her a pass because I know she's been under a lot since this whole thing started. But I think that they've got that potential, and it's super cute. And I love that he just kind of wasn't thinking straight outside of getting her safe and getting her help, and that they were able to do that as far as bringing her back. And I knew, like, that spray, I was right about it. And when I looked back and saw that it was the drone from last episode, I was like, okay, yeah, definitely it had to be something that was being sprayed on the drone, or from the drone, and it was targeted at Old Lace. So that I didn't know. So it is what it is, but I'm hoping now that we've seen that Gert's father and Janet are both noticing in particular just how different their spouses are acting. I'm hoping that at some point they get together and figure out something is wrong with these guys. I don't know what they're gonna do about it, because if these, I'm assuming these are the Gaborim, right? We can just call them that, right? Jonah's people. They're out there, they're floating around. Looks like they've probably taken over the bodies of certain people. My guess though is that they can't fully take them on. Like, how Jonah had full control of original Jonah's mind, and I don't think that these guys have that same ability, because it seems like they're fading in and out. So I don't think it's a complete takeover, but it's something maybe that will continue. Like, the longer they're in their bodies, the longer they'll be able, or the more they'll be able to take over. But it'll be interesting to find out if that's the case, or if they're just gonna have to get back to Jonah, because it seems like Jonah is definitely, I think Jonah's taken over Victor. And so, but not in the way that he normally would. So I don't think he's got full control of Victor yet, but he's in control enough to keep him doing what he needs to do. And everything that they've been doing so far has been, it looks like, aimed at getting back at the kids right now. Understandable. Jonah's probably very salty about the fact that one of the kids took him out. So I think I mentioned in the episode, remember what Jonah said right before he left, before he let the real Jonah come back, he was like, I guess we'll have to start over, we'll have to take them all, I think he was saying. So I think now he's referring to all the people, all the other people that were in the ship. I think he's just basically saying, we were gonna leave, but now we're gonna stay and take over. And I don't know, there's a lot of theories I got running through my head, and none of them are good for humanity. Outside of that, we had a little bit of the whole thing with Leslie and her fool husband in the crazy church. And I can't believe that Leslie was so careless. I feel like I understand why she underestimates Frank, because Frank's been an idiot and he's a tool for the most part, but you should never underestimate someone who's desperate. And I'm surprised she hasn't figured out that Frank is acting very differently, especially since he killed Destiny's brother. So I think she kind of walked into that trap with them. I don't know what this conversion is that they're doing with her, this conversion therapy. I have to think maybe it has to do with maybe the serum. Maybe they're gonna give her the same serum that they gave to Frank, so she's gonna forget everything. The thing is with Frank is he doesn't understand what's really going on. He really thinks he does, but he doesn't know what's going on. However, considering the fact that Jonah and his people are out there, it's going to work, sadly, I think, to Frank's advantage, because I think they are going to come back to the church for reinforcements, and obviously it's going to look good on Frank that he didn't allow Leslie to disband the church in the meantime. I'm also wondering if this move with having her be converted or whatever they're going to do with her is a way to get her out of the game for a while. I mentioned it in the episode. I'm noticing since the beginning of this season, and particularly in this episode, that they are not shooting this actress from the waist down. All of her shots are either with her sitting down or with like from here up, and like basically where my camera is. And that was not the case last season. And of course in this show, they usually like to show off the cute outfits and the dresses that they're wearing. So my long story short is that I think, and I noticed that she does look like a little fuller in her face and things, so I think the actress might be pregnant in real life. And if that's the case, I can see why they're probably trying to find a way to get her off the show without getting her off the show entirely, if you know what I mean. So I'm just gonna take a peek here and see if I'm right about that, or maybe she just put on some weight and don't you be filming my belly, you better not. Expecting third child. Yes, okay, that makes sense. So I was right. I'm so smart. Yeah, she's preggo, so she must have been going into her last trimester there while she was filming. So, aw, that's cute. Congratulations to you. What's her name? Annie. Congrats to you. By now, I'm pretty sure you had your baby because this would have been filmed last year, but look at that. So yeah, this makes sense now that whatever they're doing might be just be the excuse the show is using to kind of get her off screen for a longer period of time so that they can allow her to do more mama things, even though I think they're not going to be filming again for a while, but I digress. So that was basically it, I think, that for the episode. As I said, not a lot happened outside of course, the big lead up to AWOL trying to take the kids back. And I mean, obviously what happened with Nico, just like, I'm still actually very interested to find out what did happen to them. Their clothes are still there. Their weapons are still there. They're just not here. Now, all she said was get out. She didn't say die. She didn't say anything that sounded murdery, but they're also not there. They're literally just gone with no weapons, nothing. Their whole nest is kind of, it almost seemed like they imploded. So we know Nico is capable of death, and also capable of killing if she has to. But also she mentioned earlier in the episode that the staff is somehow pulling at her or trying to move through her. And we saw, like, you saw what happened with her skin and everything, like that thing, there is some exchanges going on there of powers and energies. So if the staff wanted them dead, maybe. And I mean, we heard what Alex said, is that, you know, the fact that AWOL specifically asked for Nico to be the one to bring the footage out and all that kind of stuff, like, he was planning on killing her. There was no doubt that he was going to kill her. So maybe if the staff recognized that threat, it decided to take out that threat. I don't know. I think it'd be kind of hilarious if they ended up like in the Vegas desert completely naked and with nothing. Like, that would be hilarious to me. That was pretty much right for the episode, as I said before. I hope you enjoyed watching this along with me, guys. This is a very interesting episode. I am very much looking forward to how this is all gonna end. And if you like this video, please click like. And if you want to see more from this geeky face, please click subscribe. Until next time,